In this video, we are going to wrap up section 3.5 by learning how to solve this system of equations by hand. To get started, we need to replace one of the variables. In this case, the easiest way is to use this equation that's already solved for y to replace the y in the first equation. If this was a more complicated expression, you might have to begin by solving for y before you can replace x in the other equation. So now we have 3x where y was in the first equation. Notice that what we have now is a linear equation that we know how to solve. We begin solving the equation by multiplying out 31 times 3x, and we get 93x. Next, you need to combine the two terms with x's. 29x plus 93x is 122x. And then to finish solving the equation for x, we have to get rid of 122. So divide both sides of the equation by 122. With that accomplished, we see that x is 800 divided by 122. And if you enter this in your calculator to get a decimal approximation, we can see that it's about 6.56. And remember, we're talking about tons of coarse gravel when we talk about our variable x. Now that we know how much coarse gravel we need to figure out how much fine gravel we need. In order to figure that out, we'll go back to the second equation, y equals 3x, and then we'll plug in our solution for x here. So we get 3 times 6.56. You'll enter this in your calculator, and you'll get it to be 19.68 tons of fine gravel. One thing that you might notice is that this 8 is a bit different than what we found on our calculator, and that's because we rounded in the last step. If we hadn't rounded here, we would still have 19.67, and that would be exactly what we got using Desmos and the crossing graphs method on the calculator.